And again, morning world, it's about 8:45 a.m. in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday the 16th of May 2018. This is a look at the horoscope of Melania Trump, born on the 26th of April 1970, no known birth time, at, probably going to pronounce this wrong, Sivnica in Slovenia, very close to Radicaj. Let's deal with the birth time first of all. There is no known birth time for her that I've been able to find out. But when I look at her horoscope, I realise that she's a Capricorn, a Taurus with the moon in Capricorn, with lots of planets in Taurus, very little in Aries. Ceres conjunct Chiron, opposite Uranus, which suggests a difficult relationship with the female role model imagery. But that's it as far as Aries goes. Neptune in Sagittarius, and that's it as far as Sag goes. Nothing in Leo. So very little fire in her chart. Yet, when she presents herself to the world, she's always immaculately dressed. She's always dressed clean, sharp, effective. She's a power dresser. She has her hair is obviously important to her. And because she, to use an English saying, scrubs up good, I'm going to suggest that she has Leo on the ascendant, suggesting therefore that she was born sometime between 10:30 in the morning and 1 p.m. in the afternoon. My guesswork here. She's currently in hospital for an embolization procedure which was carried out yesterday, apparently successfully. She'll be in hospital for a week to recover. Embolization is a blocking of blood to a tumour, whether it's benign or malign. In her chart, in her case, it's to do with kidney issues. She was born with Venus opposite Neptune, which is a common aspect in the charts of people who go through this type of procedure. Venus opposite Neptune does have, Venus under challenge, especially from Neptune, does suggest that things around sugars, particularly alcohol and dairy, do contribute to a slightly weaker kidney potential than most. Add the Neptune effect in and it's going to create a sense of vagueness and confusion. It's also going to potentially affect the glandular system, pituitary, pineal, endocrine, lymphatic, adrenal, thyroid. So at this time, this Venus-Neptune opposition isn't being aspected in a negative way. In fact, with Mars doing what it's doing in very early Aquarius, it's quite positive. So it's a good time for her to have surgery. Although I'm surprised she's staying in a week, because most people don't stay in that long after this type of procedure. She's a Taurus with the moon in Capricorn, regardless of the time of birth. And if she was born between 4 a.m. and 8 p.m, then Saturn in the sky is now sitting on top of her moon. When someone's younger, I say to them, look, Saturn conjunct moon is a real difficult aspect. It brings limitation and restriction, frustration, circumstances outside of your control, holding you back, blocking you and making it very difficult for you to express yourself emotionally, to be heard or listened to. And it's a time of stepping back and retreat from the world at the emotional level. When older, and by older I normally mean over 40, Saturn conjunct moon can actually help bring oneself more into the world and help one project oneself as having clear boundaries, a strong sense of self, clear structures, and being emotionally solid and stable. Saturn in the sky is also trining her sun all of this year. So more of what I've just mentioned, with Saturn trining your sun for until November. Yes, there's an element of consistency, regularity, structure, order, boundary, self-discipline, self-confidence, and personal growth and self-development. Astrologically, she seems to be in a good space. Next year, Uranus is going to land on top of her sun. This is going to be her Damascus moment, when she's going to make major revolutionary changes in her life. And bearing in mind that her popularity ratings are suddenly going through the roof at the moment, I really wouldn't be surprised if she were to make major changes in her life next year in a way that's going to surprise everyone around her. I believe that actually Taurus with the moon in Capricorn, I think she's actually quite a private person. I don't think while she can do being in the limelight, and again she scrubs up well, she can do what it says on the tin and be what the world wants her to be. I don't think she enjoys it. And I don't think she wants to be as such a public figure as she is. So I expect her next year to inform people around her that she's going to step back and not be part of the circus in the future. That doesn't mean she's going to retire from the world. I suspect she's going to continue her charitable works and probably become a really valuable member of society. I hope so. She seems a nice person, if somewhat private. There you go, folks. That's my take on Melania Trump. Watch her next year, May onwards. Catch you later, world. Bye.